Okay guys, weather's been varying up here. Yesterday was kind of cold and there's periods of rain every once in a while, so I didn't want to stick the camera out and things and try to keep track of it in the wind. Today's kind of breezy, but the temperature's really nice out. It's been going down sometimes to the 30s, usually in the 40s degree area, so it's been kind of cool at night here, kind of camping out in our mini yurt. But we got some progress going on our siding here. Got some of this done here, and we'll go around to the other side. Okay, and over on this side of the garage, got a little bit more progress done on it. We've been kind of alternating between sides when the sun comes up and where it goes down. So now this side's going to start getting dark, the other side's going to start getting light. We're doing the same process. We're putting our foam up and then the sheeting over the top of it. All the seams on the foam is taped shut, so there's no air going through it. We got foam closure strips. You can see one dangling up at the top there that's that we've been putting in to close up the ends of the sheeting, and then there'll be trim that goes over the top of everything to close up all the raw edges and corners and that. Say hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
So here is our foam. It's not really insulation, it's kind of a thermal break to keep the metal frame away from the metal siding. That way when we add insulation to the inside of it, we'll get more of a temperature divide between things in there. But that's been the process. We just put up the foam, stick it to the frame with some butyl tape temporarily, then tape it over and screw the sheeting to it. Okay, on your mark,
Get set.
there you go.
Got all the tape off of the or you just dry fitting it?
No, it's all off. Okay, before we start making a whole bunch of noise, here's how we've been cutting our sheet metal. We're using this carbide blade. It has 70 teeth on it, so it's made for cutting sheet metal. The only place where it really has trouble is when you hit into a flat surface where the teeth aren't actually cutting on an edge. So when I get into these flat spots like this, you'll see the saw really bogs down until it kind of rubs its way through. But I'm going to fire up the generator, and then we're going to get some cuts made with this. Definitely a face shield and safety glasses kind of a thing. But this makes really small chips, and they're very hot, and a lot of them. The chips are actually pretty cool when they come off of a cut that the blade can get to well, but when it gets to the surface where it's just rubbing against it, it can turn the metal red hot, so till it gets through it. So we'll go ahead and cut a couple of places.
Thought this little piece would be this big of a pain.
Yeah, I got to do that off both edges of this thing yet too.
Yeah, I know.
Got it?
Yep. Finished wall. Yes.
Okay, so we got our siding put up, and we got it all across the front of the building the other day. And now it's time to put some trim up, so we're going to do the corners first, and then we'll get the front cap put on and the side caps. So it should be a lot of fun. Okay, today we're putting on some roof caps, so we had to do a little fancy bending to make a couple of different cap materials fit up. That'll go into that, something like that, and pop rivet together. So now we just got to get it up on the roof and get things tacked down without it falling off. So I'd bring you guys up here to show you what's going on the roof. This is what they call decking, which is what's used underneath the cement floors, and then they'll pour a floor on top of it. So we're using it for roofing by turning it upside down and then screwing the seams together with some tape, butyl tape underneath of it. This is the butyl tape right here. So right now, to seal the cap, putting the butyl tape across here, and then we're going to have this closure strip that goes inside of here. It'll get stuck into the butyl tape, and some sealer across the top of this, and then our cap will come over the top of it that ends up sealing everything together so water doesn't go up that way. But this stuff just has to be applied by going over and under. A little tedious.
Yes.